And here we go.
What is up, everybody? My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros, and we are back today with a review of the last few episodes of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the LMD portion of the season. We're going to be taking a look at episodes 12, 13, and 14, Hot Potato Soup, Boom, and The Man Behind the Shield. I know we've missed a couple of weeks, which is why I'm tying all of these episodes in together, because I didn't think there was much more to say other than the fact that this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been excellent. There was a minor misstep in Boom. We had kind of... I wish they would have gone further, essentially, in Boom. You know, we had some great revelations come through. We did have a villain in Senator Nadir that just kind of didn't get the comeuppance that I thought she might, and just unceremoniously was dismissed. Now, that could lead to some really good stuff, because it seems like there's a lot of MacGuffins, there's a lot of red herrings this season. You know, we think that Senator Nadir was going to be kind of the big bad, and same thing with Robbie's uncle back in the Ghost Rider portion of the season, you know, with the Darkhold, and it just seems like now, even with the Superior in this episode, you know, it seems like there's just MacGuffins. It really does seem like Dr. Radcliffe and Ada are going to be the really big adversaries this season. Man, I tell you what, I never thought that I would feel this way about an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season or episode, but it just seems like they finally got it figured out that when you're talking about episodic television and you really want to hook viewers in, you don't want the revelations and everything to be fallacies. You want them to be important and integral to the story, and you want them to be important for our characters that we actually do care about. And it seems like everything's been building really steadily, and even though there was a minor misstep where they didn't go as far as I thought they could have with different plot elements, such as the main bad guy in the Watchdogs, now that he contracted the Inhuman genome, that they could have really, you know, explored that dynamic, but they kind of unceremoniously dismissed him as well. And while I'm so glad that they've gone the way that they've gone for the most part, they moved quickly on from those kind of missteps, you know. So we had so many 9s and 8s in a row, we went back down to about a 7 on Boom, but this latest episode, The Man Behind the Shield, it was very well done and unexpected, and I know that even though at the end of the episode we definitely should have felt something was a little off, you didn't know until Fitz and Simmons revealed it, and it was really, really surprising, and I can't wait to kind of find out how that played out. What really stuck with me is Jason O'Mara as Director Mace. He's really stepped it up. He's been much better over the past couple weeks after they've kind of revealed his true origin, and it just seems like he's getting a little bit more to do and a little bit more in-depth character, which I really like, because if they're going to add somebody to the fray, we want them to feel important and want them to feel a part of the team, and they've definitely integrated Director Mace very, very well. In the end, this story was all about Coulson and the Superior wanting to destroy Coulson because he's been the one behind all of the alien inhabitants on the planet and just making all of this happen. And I loved the scene where they met up together and found out the history behind them. And we got to do a little bit of a flashback to Coulson and May having a really good interaction on their mission back before they were the Coulson and May that we know today. Great stuff there, and even better stuff when they're talking to each other and Coulson says, "Dude, you're not even on my radar. I don't even know who you are. I don't care who you are." And then we got a great fight with him and Daisy, because Daisy pretty much kicked his ass because she did remember who he was, because he has been trying to kill her kind. King Watchdog. And it was just really well executed, and thrown in at the end was another level that they've ratcheted it up. And like I said, I'm surprised that I've been able to feel this way this year about this show, and I'm so glad I've stuck with it, because it's become appointment television for me. I definitely need to see the next episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I don't know if they're different showrunners. I don't know what's going on where they're trying to up their game, but the later time slot, again, giving them a little bit more leeway, it just seems like they've found something and they've honed in on it and they're executing very well. And I can't wait to see what happens next week, now that we know that they have replaced Agent Coulson, Daisy, Mace, and Mac with LMDs. And I don't know what's going to go on from here. I hope that our characters make it through it. I hope all of them do. But we don't know. And that's the great part about this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It doesn't seem predictable. When you get into predictable TV, it's boring. Really boring. And this season has not been boring. And I know I've been gushing about this show all season long. And I'm not going to stop now, because it deserves its kudos. It deserves all of the accolades I'm laying on it, because it's done an excellent job of telling its story this year. And all of our characters that we've known throughout the series, they're in tip-top shape and peak form. And I don't really think there's anywhere to go from here but up, considering the story that they're telling. And I can't wait to see how it wraps up. So we'll be back next week to take a look at episode 15. If I was going to score this week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, it is going to be a 9 out of 10. Another excellent episode in the season. I can't wait to see where they're going with this show from here on out. And we'll see kind of where it goes from here. Did you enjoy this episode and the last couple as much as I have? Or are you feeling altogether differently about it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions or talk to you about the show in depth. If you liked this review, definitely give us a like. It really helps us out. And if you want to see more great content just like this and more reviews, definitely hit that subscribe button. My name is Mike from the Super Wheeler Bros. And as always, my friends, have yourselves a super week.